hard to find natural light in our big cities amongst all the tall buildings. So when Nick spotted a piece of real estate with big windows, he was quick to sign on the dotted line. He always knew he'd get new neighbours. He just wasn't expecting them to be this close.
A stone's throw from the city, this little pocket of South Melbourne is prime real estate, and Nick Morris wanted a piece of it.
Well, it was just a bright, airy little office.
In Gladstone Street, his east-facing office got natural light and city skyline views. A walk along Google Street View reveals the big windows that let light shine through. But something got in the way.
I don't know that you'd see that on the brochure.
No, not the view you paid for. Oh my God.
And as you can see, I mean, there's concrete splash, there's all sorts of elements of the construction.
We'd just like to ask Greystar how on earth the wall has ended up against their windows and blocked it.
You know the old pub test? You walk into a pub and you say, I've got a concrete slab up against my window, and everyone go, no, that's just a punchline and a joke. And you go, no joke, mate. Holy hell, how does that, what, how? It's just stupidity.
In 2022, it was full steam ahead on the residential development next door. Nick knew it was coming, just not this close.
This is the width that we thought we were getting and the setback from the building. And if you come towards me, I'll show you how much we actually have now.
What does that measure?
About 20 mil.
How many fingers can we fit in here?
2. And it affects 5 units that now have a brick wall where they thought they'd have a window and a setback with natural light.
How were your units used?
Oh, they were used for office administration, and they were used for meetings, they were used for interaction.
Nick owns 2 of the offices which are affected. Both he leases out to tenants. Neither, he says, now use them because they're boxed in by a great big slab of concrete built by Greystar. The global developer sold this project as Victoria's largest build-to-rent development. 3 ritzy towers with 700 residential apartments and, needless to say, a cracking view.
This is the original design that we thought was going to be constructed. And it says it's approximately 4 metres between our window and the adjoining building. Something's gone wrong in planning or approval that somebody has said, don't worry about the windows, just build right up against them and it'll be fine.
Well, I'll say something very big's gone wrong, because that ain't 4 metres.
Greystar still reportedly owns the now finished apartments, and a leasing office is open offering tours. So let's head in and get to the bottom of this.
We'd just like to ask Greystar how on earth the wall has ended up against their windows and blocked it.
Yeah. I can definitely chase it up for you.
Yes,
Just
please.
Give me a moment.
Okay.
And I'll come back.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. You can see from the brochure for this building, like, they've got amazing views, and that's exactly why they're upset, because your wall's completely blocked theirs.
I'll send to get your number and I'll get someone to contact you.
Okay, that would be good.
Greystar issued a current affairs statement saying all planning processes and notifications were followed in accordance with the relevant planning and building laws.
We've been to the council and we've been to the planning department. Well, they're passing the buck. No one is claiming responsibility for it.
Which is interesting, given Victoria's Planning Minister Sonia Kilkenny was front and centre announcing the tower's completion in April.
It is all about diversity, about choice, and building the homes that Victorians need.
Minister, in April you promoted a Greystar development in South Melbourne, which has now built so close to its neighbours that they have a concrete wall right up against their window.
I'm not aware of those details. What I can say though is that when it comes to building, we are undertaking major reform in building to make sure that our apartments, that our new homes are fit for purpose, that they're comfortable.
But Minister, at what cost? The apartments may be great, there's more apartments, but what about the neighbouring properties that are affected by these new developments?
Well, this is all about the building reform and working with communities.
So is the government continuing to look at the construction to make sure those setbacks are per the plans? Because in this instance, the plan said 4 metre setback and there's mere millimetres.
I'd have to have a look at this matter. It might be that it's a local government planning matter and I'm just not aware of it.
But Port Phillip Council told ACA it did not approve or modify plans for the Gladstone development. And in July last year, Greystar's lawyers wrote to Nick the planning permit was first issued in 2014 and has subsequently been amended, including by way of secondary consent process by the responsible authority, the Minister for Planning, the exact role Minister Kilkenny now holds, adding that the building works are lawful.
There is a need for the building surveyor to keep close tabs on construction. You probably have to question whether that has happened in this case.
Henderson and Ball lawyer Justin Lawrence.
It is possible that the building surveyor is going to be less likely to want to ruffle the feathers of a multinational construction company.
After what Nick says was several months of back and forth with Greystar, the building giant put an offer in writing to compensate each office owner, $5,000.
It was a paltry compensation figure. It sounds like the little guy, but once again, we'll just have to fix it and wear the cost.
You've got to wonder how that's allowed to happen, right? And we may never know, but we're pretty confident nothing will be done about it. As Nick said there, a case of bad luck for the little guy again.